Hello, I'm Olivier Audet-Yang. I come from Ottawa, Canada, and I'd like to present a project that I made for CS50. It's called Auto-Water. It's an IoT device for watering your garden when it's dry. It also uploads moisture data to a website and phone app that I made with Ionic. You can also control the threshold for watering using the app or website. For the hardware, I used an ESP32 that is programmed with C++. An ESP32 is a device sort of like an Arduino, but it can connect to Wi-Fi. I also used this soil moisture sensor to measure the soil's moisture. Finally, there is a solenoid, which is an electronically controlled valve. When the device first boots, it connects to Wi-Fi. Then, it goes into a loop to check every 6 seconds if the moisture detected by a moisture sensor is bigger than the current threshold. If it is, it lets water out. If it isn't, it doesn't. But every 5 minutes, it sends the moisture data to a web server, which responds with a threshold. The ESP32 then updates the threshold. This is a web server I made with Flask. It receives the data from the ESP32 and stores it in a database. It also stores the threshold and sends it to the device. This is the user interface for the web server. It doesn't use Flask's templates because I wanted it to be also an app for your phone. It uses Ionic and Angular to do it. Ionic makes the website look like a phone app and generates both an Android and iOS app. This chart shows the moisture and threshold over time. It is generated using chart.js. This is a form to modify the threshold. It sends a request to an endpoint on the Flask server and gives you a message to let you know the threshold was updated. So I'm going to show it in action. So if I dip this moisture sensor in this mug full of water, the valve closes. And if I take it out and dry it, it opens again. I learned a lot from CS50. Thank you for listening.